Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, is responsible for creating powerful new military technology for the US government. One of their incredibly freaky projects is implanting electronic controls in beetle larvae. As the insect grows, the electronic parts mesh with its body, allowing it to be controlled wirelessly by stimulating the muscles in its wings. Creepy stuff. These electronic parts forego batteries and are powered instead by radioactive isotopes, which produce beta particles. The next time you notice a bug in your house, just make sure it's not been sent by the CIA. Boston Dynamics, which works closely with DARPA, have created an amazingly agile and vaguely terrifying pack mule robot, which will one day be commonplace on military missions. The robot is designed to carry gear such as heavy backpacks, which can slow down ground forces. The four-legged robot can easily negotiate rocks and holes in roads and fields, and is intended to follow a military unit of soldiers autonomously, catching up with the unit with supplies, including food and ammunition. And they're also really good at not falling over. Named after the equipment that Luke Skywalker carries in Star Wars, the Cognitive Technology Threat Detection System might not look like much now, but it'll eventually be one of the biggest advantages for armies on the battlefield. The high megapixel camera is capable of seeing both UV and regular light up to a distance of 7 miles, and by linking into the soldier's brain through an EEG cap, it's capable of detecting threats based on variations in the user's brainwaves. Basically, it bypasses all cognitive thoughts and turns the battlefield into something as simple as threat? Yes, shoot. The High-Energy Liquid Laser Area Defense System, or HELLADS, is a combination of more than a dozen different technologies with one sole purpose: laser weapons for fighter jets. Come on, it's something we all believe in. Managed by the folks at DARPA, the HELLADS program is aiming to produce a 150 kilowatt laser light enough to be mounted aboard a B-1 Lancer. To do this, DARPA has been working on developing smaller solid-state lasers which can be combined to create a single powerful beam. Seriously though, what? This is crazy stuff. Ever wondered how a doctor diagnoses you? I mean, are they just using their computers to Google the things that you tell them? Wouldn't you rather have a more assured way of diagnosing illness? What about nanobots? Well, DARPA is developing nanobots which live inside soldiers and could diagnose and treat diseases. Known as in vivo nanoplatforms, work began on the diagnostic side in 2012, and DARPA are currently testing the different types of nanobots which are required for each phase. These bots piggyback a natural protein known as a lipoprotein and use it to monitor the subject at a molecular level, preventing diseases and chemical attacks before they can harm the soldier. Railguns were first built during World War II and occasionally crop up as the future of military technology. They work by sending a current through dual parallel rails, and when a projectile is placed on these rails, the circuit is completed and an electromagnetic field is created, and something called the Lorentz force launches the projectile really fast. They are planned to be used on warships and can fire a shot at over 7 times the speed of sound and hit a target that is 100 miles away. According to the US Navy, its impact is 32 times the force of a car crash at 100 miles an hour. Imagine a car, no, 100 miles an hour car, but 32 times that? You don't want to get hit by a railgun. If you want something a bit more personalised, however, then look no further than the microwave ray gun. This weapon can inject blasts of sounds directly into someone's head from 200 yards away. Is that dangerous? Probably yes. The microwaves enter the head through the skull, rendering ear protection useless, and the microwave could be used to create various different types of sounds. Early versions have been field tested in Iraq and Afghanistan, designed to be non-lethal ways of subduing subjects, something akin to a rubber bullet, but it's all very cyberpunk indeed. Didn't you get the memo? Skynet is already here. This agile, anthropomorphic robot can simulate the stress which soldiers place on their personal protective equipment, allowing manufacturers to enhance their battle dress designs. Petman is also designed by Boston Dynamics and can crawl, walk, and even do calisthenics while wearing test versions of manufacturers' suits in a secure lab setting. The The latest version of the robot can even climb stairs, which is a huge leap forward in robot design and means robotic soldiers might not be so very far away, at which point we're all doomed. War forecasting is almost precisely what you think. Lockheed Martin have developed a system which is being used now by the US government to forecast the course of a war, just like you might predict the weather. The Worldwide Integrated Crisis Early Warning System has been collecting data since 2001 on over 30 million sources all around the world. Using that data and putting it together with a prior knowledge of previous political unrest, they've created an algorithm called iTrace which looks for warning indicators in world media. Simple name, complicated system. The Laser Weapon System, or LAWS, is a $40 million prototype which claims to have the capacity to smash holes through unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, using a 30 kilowatt photon beam. It may sound like something from Star Trek, but this system is very real and is generated using a powertrain of 6 solid-state welding lasers whose apertures are combined and focused onto a single point. This results in an incredibly powerful photon burst which can effectively cripple UAVs and even knock out navigation on oncoming ships. The best part about this system, from the point of view of the US military, is its cost effectiveness. Whereas normal weapons can cost tens of thousands of dollars per shot, the laser weapon system costs as little as $1 per shot.